Hey, I'm RT and welcome back to RT's World. So today I present you the block-by-block tutorial of the horse racetrack gambling machine or horse racetrack gambling casino. And this version can be built in any version of Minecraft, in single player or multiplayer, it doesn't matter. It's not really laggy. There's just a clock in there that just goes off every 40 seconds or so it shouldn't be that hard for a server to run it. And today we will build block by block together. If you want to see the explanatory version where I explain every circuit exactly to you, I just go all over the theoretical part, over the calculations, over the coverage of the horses, how they go around the track. I just explain every of those circuits to you, also the circuits here on the bottom, the red ones, the timer in the middle, the clocks involved, and so on. Just make sure to watch the video in the info card section. I will link it there, and I will also link it in the comment section and in the video description, so you can find this video for sure. That's where we can also try it out together and play around with it a little bit and also bet on some horses. So in this video we will build it block by block together, and I will get started immediately with this pre-built version of the track. We have basically coast dirt, dirt and podzol here, but you can choose of course any block you'd like. For the horse track I just choose the dirt since it looks very nice, and you can pause the video now at any point. Make sure to build it exactly like this. This is the first version. We have here a start line which is red. We have here the finish line with some droppers, dispensers with some fireworks in. I also prepared them since it's very tedious to do that, with a firework color for each track. We have some powered rails, here one detector rail. Then we will have here some glasses, but I will build it afterwards, and here some glasses in the corresponding color of the track. And we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks before we have this hole. And yeah, that's basically one segment. Make sure to pause the video and build it exactly like this. For the redstone lamps, we have here a few of them. So there's a redstone torch on a wool block that's also pre-built. Yeah, that's also here. That's the only thing I pre-built with the redstone. And now we will get into the glass. Here we'll have some glass. We have some tracks here. And we have the same here on this side. Here we have some glass blocks. You could also use black glass here to make it look a little bit nicer. So the top two are just normal tracks. Here we have the detector rails, since we want to detect and dispense this, the dispensers. And here we also have now the outputs for each of those lines like this, with some redstone on top. Nice. So that's also already the first step done. Now we need some droppers and go directly to those detector rails. And I will build it now for one. I will build now one slot. So let's face two droppers into each other. In the most upper one, we just place any item. Doesn't really matter what it is. Then we need some redstone components. We will also need observers. So to start, we have here some wool. We have here a comparator. We have here a redstone torch. We run that torch into redstone dust, and we have here an observer. We have here a block, we have here a redstone repeater, and if we remove the torch, we have here a clock that activates all 5 ticks. Then we have here a redstone torch again, we have here a piece of redstone, we have here a block. Then we have another dropper, we have a hopper. Do I have hoppers? Nope, of course I do not. We have a hopper and a composter that goes right here. And here in this hopper we will just place, for example, a wooden axe and like 4 items, and that would now be a 20% dropper. 20% dropper. So of course we can adjust this. This would be the 33% version, this would be the 50% version, and this will be the 66% version. Make sure to remember that, since we have to program them afterwards. So then we have here a comparator, 3 pieces of redstone, a redstone repeater. That doesn't matter what the tick delay is here. Then we have here another torch, we have here another block, we have here another redstone dust, and we want to basically get to this redstone, to this rail, which can now be activated like this. And in addition, we want to deactivate, or basically put the item back up there so it will reset itself. So we also need a redstone dust right here, and we can put a block right there as well. So if we now have a minecart, let's do that. If we now have a minecart traveling over there, it will sit here for some amount of time, as you can see. It will sit here and it will just go off as soon as this reaches signal strength 2, which is only achieved by this wooden X, and then the machine will reset itself. So I will show it to you like this with the minecart. It's there until we have signal strength 3, until the wooden X gets moved. Now it was there. The minecart will get sent off. So that's how each of those segments works. And of course, we then have stacked 5 segments, which are 1 block tileable, to cover all the stops for each of those lines. So in the next step, I just copied everything over. You have to basically build it, of course, again 4 more times, but that's how you get one of those modules. And now we can stick those modules together and basically add another module. So, and they're then apart like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 8 blocks between the plate and the basically at 45 degrees angled rail here. There are 8 blocks, and yeah, that's how you space them apart. Here again 8 blocks, then we have the first, the second module, then we have this corner piece where we have another of those modules. Yeah, make sure to pause the video at any point to really make sure to count all the rails which we have to do, because the next part you will see is where I just copied this ring over. It's really not that hard. The modules just stay the same. You have to flip them by 90 degrees each time, so they do not really change. So, and after we copied each of those segments basically in a circle, and what you also want to make sure is that we have, if we copy this circle, we also flip them 90 degrees, so we do not have any of those basically randomizing circuits facing in the wrong direction, so they just flip 90 degrees as we progress through the circle. And I just programmed them to be 66% for the first one, again 66, then 50, of course, always for all 5 of them, then here 50%, here 50%, 33, 33, and 20 for the last one. And then we're at the finish line again. Do not be confused if we have, for example, here we have the start, and I also added this decorative fencing and this lighting. If we have here the start, we have the first module after like 2, 4, 6, 7 and then the pressure plate. Then we have from here on 8 the pressure plate, 8 the pressure plate. Then we have only 3 the corner piece, again a corner piece. And for the last segment we have a little bit more here. Since we have here the start and the finish line, we of course have to add those tracks here, so don't be confused that this corner here looks that odd compared to all the other corners, but that's completely fine. So now we can test it already. So just put there some minecarts. Yeah, this one does not want to go. And they should now go one complete circle. And if we are fast, we can already place in here some redstone torches to prevent them from going another circle. So let's see. So now the lamps are off. And also here directly beneath those dispensers, I've added this wool with redstone dust on top. So that's where the output is. So that's the first minecart, and we have also to have those glass blocks, so the minecart just drives against it, just drops down. That's why we need them here at these basically stops as well. So now where are the other 2 minecarts? Here's one. Oh, here's one. Okay. So now all minecarts made it. That's the sign that everything worked perfectly. Of course you can put the horses in now if you like to do so, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. They're just decorative anyway. We will now progress further to the timer and the start of this basically horse gambling machine. So for the timer we figure out first of all the middle point, which is this. So we have 21 blocks until we hit the dirt in this direction and 21 blocks until we hit the dirt in this direction. So then we just figure out the other middle, so we remove 3 blocks here, 3 blocks there, another block, and we have our timer done. We have now a signal strength of 15 at max, so that's our first one, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at each side. And that leaves us with 15 lamps perfectly centered. So next up we can add here some magenta wool. Purple wool, sorry. like this, and we can also put the wool in the middle, place here some redstone torches, make sure to do not forget any of them, like so. So let's do another row of wool, another row of redstone torches, and from here on we can already start to get the repeaters going, like so. Here a line of redstone, and now we can build the signal counter. And I just noticed, if you want to build this one block higher, of course you can. Don't feel pressure to build it in at this height. For the arena I showed in the preview, we built it one block higher there. So if you want to do that, make sure to build it one block higher. So now we have here the signal basically counter, and I just will pause the video here at this point. We have here a comparator facing towards this row of repeaters. We have here two diagonally placed blocks, again two diagonally placed blocks with some redstone on top. Then here a comparator facing into that block, comparator facing away from that block, redstone dust there, another redstone dust diagonally, then a few blocks to block this. Then we go to the other side. For the other side we just have here a bunch of blocks, comparator going into that comparator over there. Here we want to add a chest, and into this chest we will place just one item. Then we have here redstone. For this redstone line we want to make sure to get the output right here, and we have here also redstone dust on top. And yeah, then we have just here a comparator facing into that block, two pieces of redstone, a comparator and a redstone torch over there. Here will be our input, so that's our input. And we can already color that with orange, for example. That's the input for in my place, or in my case. So we now need some repeaters. Oh, we have repeaters, sorry. two ticks, orange there. Then we will have here a timer. And for the timer, that's pretty easy. We have two of those hoppers facing into each other. Comparator, block, redstone, two pieces of sticky piston, a redstone block in between, and then we have 51 items in there. So 51 in there, and now we have the clock. That's exactly 40 seconds. Then we would have here, for example, a torch. Where are my redstone torches? Here we would have a torch, and here we would have then the signal that looks like this. So what we basically did here is we added our timer to this circuit, and as you can see here, that looks wrong. We have here now full signal strength, and that's because this torch is still on and we have to reset it once. Even only then it is working. So make sure to reset it by just flicking the lever, flicking it once again. You can also place here a temporary button. So if we press this button, we can see we have another signal strength. If we press it again, we have here another signal strength. That's basically how it works, and now the clock does its stuff. So we can also add here a redstone lamp. Yeah, maybe not directly here, with a lever. And if we flick this lever, we can pause the clock. So it will now stop and do nothing. So now we are just stuck at 3 signal strength, but that's completely fine. So next up we want to build a reset line, which is magenta. Like so. So we have here the output. Where are my repeaters? We have here the output. We have also a sticky piston that's needed. We will put it right here with a block on top, with here another output that's now set to full delay. And then we can already block down here like so. Go into a repeater set to 4 ticks, into one set to 1 tick. 2 pieces of redstone. Comparators placed like this. Another repeater. Then comparators placed like that. Another repeater. And then we just go around like this. And we basically need to end up in this redstone here. And we should add a repeater probably here, since it will extend this 15 signal strength for sure. And then we will also need a gray line. which will lead this way. So let's make sure to do that. Here we will place a repeater, and then again just some distance and another repeater. And we will also add a blue line, which will start here our casino or our horses. Let's do it like this. Then we have here another redstone torch that will start the minecarts now, so don't be worried about that. It will start them. And we will start this one here at first. Then we will have this kind of loop going around. Then we have the loop going around in the other direction, again into this direction, and again into that direction. Now we have to place the repeaters. So 4 ticks, 4 ticks, 4 ticks, 4 ticks, 4 ticks. So 5 times 4 equals 20. So we have 20 ticks in total here to cover, and also the minecarts are now back, and they will go now in an infinite loop since they're powered until we finish the repeaters downstairs here. So don't be distracted by the fireworks. So let's do, oh no, that was wrong, like this. And now we can basically get directly here in. We also can add in here a torch, and that will stop the minecarts from... Oh, I'm really sorry, that was completely stupid from me. That's the correct line. So we have here a bunch of repeaters going on, a bunch of redstone going on, and that's now how it should look like. Now they will turn off eventually, 2 seconds apart, and now the minecarts are held back again at the start. So here we then gonna need ourselves a redstone pulse extender, like this. Sorry for the noise. And we just draw that like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just do here 1 repeater. And do here 1 as well. So that's how everything works. That will start the horse gambling race. And it will have also our reset line here, the gray one. And we have our timer that works completely fine. Now the last part we want to add is our betting box, and I will show you one betting box as an example, and we will build one together. To show you the box, that's how it will look like. That's how it will basically perform. You can put it anywhere. Just make sure to build this wherever you want. In the case of the arena I built myself, I just have this like diagonal ramp here upstairs. Then I have the boxes where I can look outside. We have the viewing area here, also covered by glass. And yeah, just put it anywhere you like, it doesn't really matter. What is important is that we have here 5 redstone lamps with the 5 different colors where you can bet on the horses. We have here some hoppers, I will come to them later. Make sure they face to the front, to the trapdoors, not downwards. And we have here some barrels at the bottom. We have here the signs that show us how the game works. We have a ladder, we have a ceiling which is 5 blocks high. Make sure to pause at any point. We have here from the barrels 4 blocks in total with sandstone, and we have here in the middle the dropper. We have some lamps. We have here also a very nice carpet, and we have those 2 lamps that indicate if the box is occupied or not. And we will already add a sticky piston right here to make sure that, no, that's one too high. Make sure to have a sticky piston there that will basically push this block here to cover the hole. So I just left out the glass so we can see everything. And we have here in the bottom a dropper with diamond blocks in there, a glass on top, and it's facing upwards. So next up we want to get ourselves some wool. And you can basically build as many boxes as you'd like. There's really no limit. So yeah, we have here also some hoppers that do not show up for some point. We can now place them facing into those barrels, and then we can already bring a line like this, so all the items get transferred back into this into this original dropper where I get the prices from. So where is now my wool? I lost it again, like this. I also need redstone, that's that here. So let's do this. First of all, where are the comparators? So first of all, we want to have comparators that read the output of those hoppers, sorry. Then we have a row of redstone dust. We have here a row, we have here some redstone torches that will power those hoppers. Then we have here a line with some repeaters, and then we have 2 blocks like so, and another row of redstone dust. Now we'll program each of those hoppers the same, so we have 18 items in the second slot, then a row, then 2 pieces of diamond blocks, and one of those diamond blocks will get transferred to this hopper there, and we'll program all those equally. So after some copying, as we can see, we have here now all the hoppers configured, and that is perfect. Next up, we can add the sticky pistons like so. Just add them like this, maybe use some diamond blocks, I don't know, whatever you like to cover the slot between the hoppers and the pistons. We can also place here some gray wool, because that's where we want to basically connect them afterwards to this gray line. And now I want to add the gates. So we want to have here end gates between the winning line and our line of choice. And we're gonna do that by placing 2 blocks here, then another 2 blocks of magenta wool, and then we just have here a dropper in this direction with also droppers in that direction. And for this dropper we just put in any item. I will copy this dropper now, and now in each of those droppers is that item. And then we have here a line, we have here some redstone dust, and here the repeater set to full delay. And here we're gonna add ourselves a green circuit with some comparators, some redstone torches, another row of wool, redstone torches, another row of wool, and redstone torches once more. So next up we can already get ourselves the 5 colors we need, which is this redstone dust, redstone torches, and once more redstone torches. So now we need to basically have 2 repeaters here. Where is my redstone dust always? It is here. Then we have here a redstone dust. Next up we're gonna have stuff that looks like this. Maybe we should add it here. Just misplaced it, we should add it here. Then we have here basically our other lines like this. Did I use any line twice? Yeah, I'm really sorry for that. So from here we need this here, and we can also go in from the side, doesn't really matter, just like this, but make sure to have 2 repeaters in there so we have the same delay for each of those lines, like that. Then we have here, of course, here a repeater, and where should be the second one? Yeah, we can place it here, like this. And now if we have some redstone torches right here, we can see that we easily can switch them on and off, those new lines, like so, and basically trigger the end gates up there. So again, 1 more block down, 1 more row of redstone torches. So now they're on the top. So, and I want to add the winning line and the reset line. So for the reset line, we just grab ourselves here some magenta wool. So if any of the horses wins, we can grab the signal right here. We go right down like so. We have here 1, 2, and then the 3rd repeater right here. And we also have here the gray circuit. And the gray circuit just leaves us with 2 droppers. Sorry, where are they? Right here. Leaves us just with 2 droppers. So the magenta one puts it back. So we would need here 1 dropper like this and another one like that. So if we put in here any item, that's not any item, any item, And we have here the gray line, so that's where we can power it afterwards. And here we have a comparator reading the output. We see that we have no signal now, but we will get one as soon. Yeah, just get here also a repeater. That's very helpful. If we basically power the gray line, which is that one over there, and I will bring it now over. So, and from here on, you can just use a torch tower. Like so. A few torches right here. That's off, that's perfect. So if the game now starts, we have here power, and that will close the pistons. And if the game finishes, so any of the horses wins, so we have maybe one of these lines here triggered very shortly, we can see we reset the pistons, and we also reset all of those selections we made in the first place. So next up we want to power those lamps, and we're gonna do it, by just placing here some kind of green floor, like so. We will take the output right from here, so we have here repeater, 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 and we have here redstone, redstone. Then we have two blocks that look like this, two that look like that. So if here repeaters, we have here, so basically do a zigzag version, like so, and like so. Here we have another redstone dust, and here we have another repeater, like so. And we basically do this until we hear at the front, like this. So if we power any of those torches, like so, you can see we have here a signal at the front, which is perfect. Let's put it off again, and then we need the end gates for the droppers, and for that I will just grab myself some cyan wool, and for that we just want to have all end gates here. So the first end gate will be this one here, which is very easy. The second end gate is also not that hard, which is here and here. The last one is a little bit trickier, since we have here torches, and we have here the last one, which should be separated by blocks like this. So that's the last end gate, but now it's not an end gate, as you can see. So we need one more torch here, like so. And that in the oh, that's not good. I'm really sorry for that. That of course is the end gate. So that's it. That should look like this. And so we have here our end gate. That's the first output. Then we have here an end gate, and there an end gate output. So they're here and there, and we also have an end gate output here and here. Just draw the line a little bit longer. What did I do here? Sorry. Like so, like so, like so. So that are all the 5 gates now combined. And we just combine all the redstone dust like so. We have here a repeater set to 2 ticks. Then we need a sticky piston, like so. We have here another repeater set to full delay. And then we just basically block over. I just accidentally set this repeater to a different delay now. And what we want to do next is we want to power here this this dropper at the bottom, and we just do that by observer right here, observer right there, sticky piston right here, and by just powering the piston for a set amount of time, which is for our case repeater set to 4 ticks, repeater set to 1 tick. And what was the tick set here? Yeah, that's fine, that's on full delay. And we just block down here. And we want to make sure to get right down there. So with a redstone torch tower, that's the most efficient way here in this case. Yeah, that's very good that we have here this kind of repeater blocking the signal. And just one more time. We can already do it like this, like that. And here we're gonna just have redstone dust. Here we're gonna have 2 redstone dust, and here we're gonna have a redstone torch. And by basically sending in now any signal right here, so just do it like this, we can get now 4 diamond blocks here. So what's the number is now 31, and now 35. So that's exactly 4 pieces with this delay. Next up we can get the pink circuit going, and we're gonna go up right here. So we have here a repeater, we have here some redstone dust. Then we want to make sure to have here a torch, torch, torch. And basically this piston has to be off, so I will now power it twice, since in Java they stick out a block. So this one should be off, and the lamp should be now also off. So we can just place it like this, do a kind of repeater, right, or doesn't need a repeater basically. So here needs to be a repeater, and it also needs to be off, so we can actually do it like this. So if someone is in, oh no, we just want to have that inverse, of course. So now it's free, and if it's off, yeah, the block is closed and the lamp is off. So that's how we want it. That's perfect. That's how I did it over there as well. No, I did not. Make sure to do it however you like. Just replace it if you want to have it off. It's like lamp on, box occupied. I could have read. That's yeah, that would be much more easy. So with that done, we can now do the last part. So we need again magenta, blue, yellow, green and orange. And we will need some redstone components as well, like so. So now we have here magenta, we have here blue, we have here yellow, we have here green, we have here orange. Make sure to do 1 repeater now. Then we have here a line. Same goes for this one. So we have here again. There's a redstone block. Make sure to bring the repeater in. So another line. Is there a redstone block as well? Yes, so repeater as well. So, and the last line, which is now here. There's also a repeater, of course. And no, second to last line was that. That's the last line now. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we will need to add a repeater at some point here as well. So make sure to put like here repeater, there repeater, and so on. Just 2 repeaters per line, so everything is perfectly equal. And starting from right here, we can now go down. Like so. And here we're gonna start with our redstone repeaters that will power our, what is it called? The part that shuts everything off if someone wins. So we will have here some pistons facing downwards. And now we can just use blue wool again, for example. So that's the blue wool, and of course I misplaced the piston. It should be right here with the wool on top. So every other one, wool, here's some wool, here's some wool, here would be some redstone. And of course I messed it up, we have to place the repeater right here. So like this. Then we have here the droppers. We have them face into other droppers. Like so. And we can already, it doesn't matter now, but I just used the magenta. No, not magenta. Sorry, I'm really sorry. The gray one. The gray circuit should arrive here as well. So now we just add here the droppers. And we add any item, doesn't really matter, into the droppers next to the redstone, like so. And then we're gonna block down here like this. We have here this line now being triggered as soon as the casino starts, or as soon as the race starts. So then we're gonna grab here some outputs, like so. We're gonna grab some redstone torches, place them on top. Another redstone torch, like so. Then we will connect all of those pistons together, like that. Yeah, of course you have to cover that with some kind of wall, but that's clear, I guess. And then we have to go like this, connect them, and then just run them into a line that looks like this. So if any item gets moved here, they will basically, yeah, push down. So for example, if the purple line wins, the magenta line wins, everything will get pushed upwards, except for this comparator, it will stay in this direction. And if the casino just resets, everything is back to normal again. That's how it should work. So then we have to grab ourselves again all the colors. So we have now orange right here. Where is orange? It's over there, of course. Yeah, we have to now, of course, get over there with orange. And we're gonna do that with a zigzag version. And I will show you how to do that. So first of all, we want to have here orange. We want to have here green. 2 blocks longer than yellow. Again, 2 blocks longer compared to green than blue. Again, 2 blocks longer compared to yellow. And last but not least, magenta, which is the longest version, like this. So we also messed up here something. So after we did this kind of shape, we just go down 2 blocks like this. Sorry, like this. Then we go down 2 blocks like that. 2 blocks like that. Like that. Like that. So we can now place a redstone torch on top of each of those things. Now we have just some redstone dust here. And we're gonna now extend those lines, of course, until we hit the corresponding line here on the bottom, which is here this line. Here it is that line. Here for green is fine. So we can also extend in this way as well. So we'll just show you how to build one of those modules, and you can by yourself build then more of them by yourself. So now we have here the magenta line, or the purple line, the magenta line, and we have to block down 1 block at some point like this, and we just run it into like that. So then we have blue, just block 1 block down, go beneath here and add a torch. Then yellow, then green at some point, and then orange at some point. So for yellow, same game. Come on, do it like this. Green should end up right here, like this. And orange, which should end up like this right here. So now we just want to add in here some redstone dust. And we also want to add here some repeaters. So we can transfer the signal all the way to the corresponding output. And what this design allows you to do is we have now here all basically off. If they are not if they're not on, we made a mistake. So we have to now look where the mistake is. Yeah, of course it is here. So we have to place in here some more redstone dust. And here we have to place some repeaters to basically cover the whole length of the line. So if we have now some more of those modules just stacked up here, with this kind of circuit we transfer with that in this direction and then just grab the signal upwards to transfer it into each of those slots. And what we also want to do now is, since we have now the inverted signal up here, everything is perfect, we can start it. And I will show you, for example, a version of this design right here. So we have the first set, which just comes in right here. Oh, I also forgot this stuff I have to edit in, of course. Just don't have to forget it. So we have first of all those lines, then we have the cross in the other direction, and then again cross in this direction. That leaves us with a very very nice space that we can put everything in. And of course this gray line, which goes beneath 2 repeaters, that's very important, beneath 2 repeaters up to all the basically reset droppers of the slots of the bedding boxes. So, and with that said, we have to place in here a piston. I just forgot that, unfortunately, like this. So we can place any block right here. Then we will place in here a 3-tick repeater, and then we have to make sure to have here an orange one, here a green one, here a yellow one, here a blue one. And for this version, just for this tutorial, doesn't really matter, we just want to grab ourselves a redstone dust here, that over there, and then very unelegant. Maybe, yeah, we should have moved the box a little bit to the left, but for this tutorial it really doesn't matter. We just can place the torch right here and go like that. That's completely fine. And now if, for example, we bet on, let's see, if we bet, for example, on green, and we have the purple horse that wins, we can see that nothing happened. Now we have to, of course, reset everything. So reset it. And if we, for example, now bet on orange, and the orange horse wins, like so, we close the AND gate and we get 4 diamond blocks, so it should bring us to 37. Nice, so that's how everything works. So now we can play it one more time. So manually, of course, that's the on-off switch. Manually you can just trigger it by, for example, placing redstone torch right here. Just remove it then. It will trigger all the minecarts. Now we cannot bet anymore, of course, since the race already started. It should also reset the timer. Why doesn't it reset the timer? So I will maybe just check that. What's the problem here? Okay, we do not have enough signal strength, so make sure we have enough signal strength to reset the timer. That's very important. Make sure to cover that error. And do we have already a winner? No, we don't. Let's see if green wins. Let's do it. Okay, green wins this time, but very short with blue basically. And now, yeah, just the green one, which is this one here. Green line is there. And the AND gate got closed very shortly here, but of course we did not win anything since nobody betted on green. And next time it will be reset again. So yeah, that's how everything works. Hope this tutorial was nice and was very representative. Of course you have to cover everything if you want it to be multiplayer friendly, otherwise people will just run in there and keep messing with the minecarts. And you can build as many boxes as you'd like. Make sure to download the world if you encounter any error. So the world download link is in the video description, and I will see you in the next video. And yeah, if you like this video, subscribe and just write a comment. See you in the next video. Bye bye.